Folks, get your video on that. There's just been an incident here.
My goodness, something's just blown out.
Explosion and a fire. We're going to be leaving now.
So there's been an explosion at the Hoover Dam. It's crazy because this morning I woke up from a nightmare where I was watching from an aerial view cars in Nevada just like plummeting to their death off highways. And I was like, what is happening? Stop doing this. And then I found out that this happened and that there was a shooting in Vegas a couple days ago. There's some crazy shit going on. Let's talk about it. Now, I personally have never been to the Hoover Dam, but I've seen some very weird images from it. So if you guys didn't know, there's these weird fallen angel-like statues at the Hoover Dam. And people speculate that the Hoover Dam was built by Freemasons or the Illuminati. I mean, I don't know why they would think that, except for the fact that they tell us everything in the movies, and in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the Illuminati building had both of those angels. But that's not enough evidence. If you guys look at this picture of the Hoover Dam with the fallen angels, there's this design on the floor, which has an uncanny resemblance to this, the Freemason symbol. And as you can see, it looks like it's all very mathematical type tools, as if they had put together maybe a plan. At the Hoover Dam, there's a huge compass with all the astrological signs around it. And there's a marking on the floor showing that Thuban was the North Star for the ancient Egyptians at the time of the Great Pyramid. Polaris is our North Star. And in about 12,000 years, our North Star is supposed to be Vega. But I think that may be happening a little faster than they thought. As you can see here, we've got the North Star of the Egyptians, here's Polaris, and here's Vega. And this is the diagram that the Freemasons have put at the Hoover Dam. Very mathematical. Now, if you guys remember, the Georgia Guidestones had a hole in it that you could look through and see Polaris. And now these Guidestones also blew up. And not only did one blow up, they decided to destroy all of them. I wonder why. Maybe it's because all of this is happening a lot faster than they thought it would. Now right here it says they died to make the desert bloom, which I think is very weird. And it's almost as if they're saying we sacrificed these workers and these people so that we could reign for the next 100 years. Because the Hoover Dam was built in 1931. And I know this is really hard to read, but it says this is a symbol of the 7 states that are, I can't read that word, something to the Colorado River Compact, and it lists the 7 states appear with the Great Seal of the United States. These are the 7 states that are listed that are connected with the Hoover Dam, which also are connected to Lake Mead. And as we know, Lake Mead is starting to dry out. Now right here, they have a monument to Dr. Elwood Mead, which is the namesake of Lake Mead, because he was a huge water conservationist and wrote the water code. He died in 1936. Interesting that it had to do with water. And we know what they're doing to our water now. And if we live in a body of water and we are water, they're trying to complete their plan. Take a look at this picture. What do we see over here? Twin Tower. What do we see over here? Hollywood. It looks like they accomplished exactly what they wanted for the last 100 years. But it's time to build a great nation again, because they put it right in our faces.